Right now on NBC 26 live at 10, Australia's airports on lockdown tonight after a major terror plot is discovered. Plus, what's next for President Trump as a new chief of staff starts in just 2 days. And a Wisconsin organization doing what they can to raise money for area veterans. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. Security at airports all over Australia has been stepped up tonight after police raids led to the discovery of a terrorist plot that included plans to bring down an airplane. Very few other specifics are known at this time. 4 suspects have been arrested. The Prime Minister says the plot seemed to be an elaborate conspiracy rather than a lone wolf operation.
I can report last night that there has been a major joint counter-terrorism operation to disrupt a terrorist plot to bring down an aeroplane. The operation is continuing. At this stage, 4 people have been arrested and a considerable amount of material has been seized by police.
Police have yet to file charges on the suspects. President Trump took to Twitter today, faulting fellow Republicans for their failure to pass a health care bill this week. Meanwhile, there is more tonight on the latest White House shakeup, the departure of Chief of Staff Reince Priebus. NBC's Kelly O'Donnell reports.
Under new management, the builder president is remodeling his senior team, installing a new chief of staff beginning Monday. The reality TV president gave his choice rave reviews.
One of our real stars, truly one of our stars. John Kelly is one of our great stars.
John Kelly switches chairs in the cabinet room, going from Homeland Security Secretary
on a long way to facilitate improve the legal movement of people and commerce across our borders,
to Oval Office gatekeeper. The president, who spent his teens as a cadet in military school but did not serve, has repeatedly chosen generals for key roles. After 45 years in a Marine uniform with 4 stars on his shoulder, Kelly said in April he had wanted no part of politics.
My biggest fear, frankly, at the time was to be offered another full-time job, particularly in the government.
Reince Priebus leaves after serving fewer days than any White House chief of staff in history. A tenure hobbled by a failure to deliver on health care reform and staff infighting so vicious that new communications director Anthony Scaramucci remains in favor despite bashing Priebus with vulgar language in an interview.
I just think it's an annoying distraction that it's not right for people to talk about, especially employees of the West Wing.
Kelly's combat experience instead of political connections may bring new structure to the president's team, if he's given enough authority.
If the president's behavior goes unchanged, then it suggests that no staff change can improve things for his White House.
All right, let's check in now with weather with meteorologist Matt Hoffman. So Matt, it's been a beautiful start to the weekend. Will it continue throughout tonight?
Yeah, Regina, it's going to be nice tonight. We are going to see quiet conditions, clear skies. That's what we're seeing as we look at our Green Bay Tower cam. 64 degrees, a very comfortable dew point at 59 degrees. But we are going to see some changes as we head into tomorrow. Mainly going to be dry. There could be a stray shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon, but fairly isolated. Overall, the nice weather will continue for your Sunday. Temperatures are falling through the 60s. We'll head to the 50s tonight, but tomorrow, warmer with highs into the 80s. It also will become more humid for the area. We'll talk more about that coming up in the full forecast. Regina?
Thanks, Matt. Well, 2 missile launches by the country this month, the latest just yesterday from North Korea. South Korean leaders today saying the latest launch of a missile which could reach the U.S. may trigger fundamental change in the security of the entire region. The South now pushing to deploy anti-missile defenses early. The U.S. currently testing missile interceptors in Alaska with more launches happening this weekend.
Kim Jong-un is dangerous because he's unpredictable, and his technology in developing this missile system, which might hit the U.S., the mainland, is advancing. And we don't appear to have a strategy to deal with him. And he's taking advantage of that.
Officials now saying there is new urgency that North Korea could deliver a nuclear warhead closer to the U.S. Well, it's the second to last day of the EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh, and many came from around the country and the world to experience the Sky Show. The sights and the sounds of the event has drawn in over 500,000 people. Today was no different as people crowded the flight line to see some of the best pilots and air show in the world.
We've heard about Oshkosh forever, you know, and people said, you got to go, you got to go. And this year my son said, we're going. And I said, okay. And so we're here. It's just, you know, we're glad we came. We might make an annual thing out of it.
The last show tonight is just about to wrap up at 11:30 at the Fly Theater. EAA will wrap up tomorrow night. A local organization doing their part today to raise money for the brave men and women who were wounded while serving our country. Members of the Southern Wisconsin All Airborne Division put on a pig roast at the Kenosha Moose Club number 286 this afternoon. Money raised will go to the Walter Reed Hospital in Maryland. They treat severely wounded military members. One of those wounded warriors who had a successful double arm transplant after having both amputated was at today's event.
I see myself, I'll definitely graduate from Cordon Bleu in Paris. Me and my wife, we're going to go there for a year, and I'm going to do that for about a year. I want to be a chef. Now that I have hands, I want to be a chef.
American Legion riders with flags on their bikes led the way to the pig roast. Well, still ahead, we take you to Lake Michigan as foodies gather to enjoy the taste of Wisconsin in Kenosha. But for now, a live look outside. What's the weather looking like for the rest of your weekend? Your forecast coming up next.
You're connected to NBC 26 News at 10 with Regina On, Matt Hoffman Weather, and Chris Ferrier Sports. NBC 26 News at 10, keeping you connected. And now, your Storm Shield forecast with NBC 26 meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Well, here's a look at your weather headlines in the days ahead as we wrap up July here in a couple of days. Hard to believe. It's going to be getting warmer and more muggy for the final days of July. You'll notice the difference for tomorrow. There is an extremely small chance and a very isolated chance at a few showers tomorrow afternoon, but most of us, the vast majority of us, will stay dry. Widespread rain chances return to the area come Wednesday. Right now it's 64 degrees currently in Green Bay, a south wind fairly light at 5 miles per hour. Dew point's very comfortable. Current air temperature 70 degrees in Appleton, but the dew point 45 degrees, very comfy. But tomorrow we will start to see that humidity creep up for northeast Wisconsin. 61 in Oconto, it's 66 up in Menominee, 65 in Waupaca, as well as Oshkosh, 58 degrees already in Sheboygan, and it's 69 degrees currently in Shawano. Dew points, again, are comfortable, but that will be changing. We're going to see a humid stretch of weather right through the middle of this upcoming week. With high pressure in control, winds fairly light, many areas reporting a calm wind at this hour, and that's the way it'll stay through the overnight. Clear skies as well, plenty of stars out there with high pressure in control, but it's going to weaken a little bit tomorrow, and that's why we have that ever so slight chance of a pop-up shower or two. Again, most of us are going to stay dry. Don't cancel any plans or anything like that. It still will be a beautiful day, just a little bit warmer and also more muggy. Again, those higher rain chances will be as we head towards Wednesday. Skycast looking like this as we head through the overnight hours, mainly clear skies. Tomorrow, if you're heading to EAA, looks beautiful. Skycast showing, again, 1 or 2 pop-up showers, maybe a thunderstorm, but that would be about it. Mostly clear skies tomorrow night as we go through your Monday. Skycast kind of overdoing this, I feel like, as far as a pop-up shower. But even Monday, there will be 1 or 2 that could pop up a shower or a thunderstorm. But we'll watch the Monday forecast. Right now, leaning on drier than wetter. So kind of Skycast kind of going a little bit nuts on that. EAA AirVenture, the final day tomorrow. Hard to believe it's already wrapping up. Looks great. Mostly sunny skies, temperatures into the 80s in the afternoon, but it will be definitely pretty muggy. Don't forget the sunblock. UV index once again on the higher side for tomorrow. If you're going to be heading out on the lake, looks pretty good. Waves will be fairly small, only right around a foot, but it will be muggy and you'll likely want to be out on the water with that humidity creeping up for the days ahead. Monday, Tuesday, even Wednesday as well. Looking pretty sticky out there. Temperatures tomorrow climbing into the 80s across northeast Wisconsin. A milder night and a milder start to your Monday, and then even a few degrees warmer for your Monday afternoon. Tonight down to 55, mainly clear and cool. Tomorrow, warmer and muggy, just an ever so slight chance of a stray shower. 84 degrees for the high. A little bit warmer on Monday. It stays humid as we go through the middle of the week. Looks like the highest risk, most widespread rain chances will be Tuesday night and especially into Wednesday. Could linger a little bit into Thursday and turning cooler as well later in the week.
We couldn't avoid it just altogether. It had to kind of spring up on us on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been hard to get that, long of a stretch of dry weather, but overall, the next few days are looking pretty dry.
And I like how you said, don't cancel your plans tomorrow. Just kind of be on the lookout.
You might see a pop, but most places are going to be dry. It's not a big deal.
All right, Matt, thanks so much. Well, coming up, fairies and wizards right here in Green Bay. Who would have thought? Well, a perfect combination for our area kids, all to raise money for a great organization. Foodies or food lovers are celebrating everything tasty down in Kenosha. It's the 9th annual Taste of Wisconsin taking place downtown along the shore of Lake Michigan. Along with Wisconsin favorites like cheese curds, those going can also try out Hawaiian barbecue ribs, alligator on a stick, and all sorts of different ethnic food options from Mexican even to Vietnamese. July 29th is officially known as Cole's Cancer Crusade Day in the city of Appleton. Mayor Tim Hanna officially declaring the date today. Cole Stofio is a 12-year-old boy that is on a crusade to help end pediatric cancer in our community. He built an obstacle course for kids as a way of expressing the obstacles many kids, Cole says, that have cancer may go through. He also adds he hopes that this event will grow as it has in just its second year. His inspiration, he says, comes from one person.
My second grade teacher had died of brain cancer, and he was really close to me. So that's what really gave me the drive to have this Cole's Cancer Crusade.
All proceeds from today's event will benefit Snowdrop Foundation, which raises money for a cure for pediatric cancer. Well, it's a magical day of activities for little fairies and wizards at Hazelwood Historic House. The enchanted adventure began, of course, with wand in hand, a crown or sorcerer's hat for kids ages 4 through 8 and their parents. Kids were asked to bring their fairy wings and wizards the best summer robes they have. There were different activities such as potion making and building a fairy house with sticks, berries, and pine cones.
We had the idea quite a few years ago because there were several artists that did fairies from the time period of Hazelwood from the 1880s and 1890s. And so we thought we'd have a little fair to celebrate that.
And the money raised will benefit the Hazelwood Historic House. Well, coming up in sports, a look at day 3 of Packers training camp. Competition heats up as the green and gold transitions to full pads. Stay with us.
And now, NBC 26 Sports with Chris Barrier.
Good evening, everybody. Now we're talking about some real football. The Packers had their first chance to practice in full pads this morning. One group of guys that this impacts most is the running backs. Kelly Price has more from day 3 of training camp.
We've been talking for weeks about the first day the Packers would put on pads here at training camp, and it's a day that the players have certainly been waiting for too. So it's a big day for the running backs, a young group that's looking to improve upon pass protection and ball security.
I just need to watch the film, fix my technique, and I'm going to get better at it. And, I'm not going to really.
Hey, don't know what happened, but thanks, Kelly. Running backs weren't the only ones eager to suit up in shells. Rookie second-round draft pick Josh Jones took full advantage of finally being able to hit, and in fact, he may have gone a little bit too far. Jones gave a leveling blow to fellow rookie wide receiver Malachi Dupree, which drew some angry looks from teammates, including veteran tight end Richard Rodgers. Rodgers had a few words with Jones before teammates pulled him apart. As a fan, these kind of hits are good signs for things to come for a defensive versatile back like himself. And as a player, though, you don't really want to see your teammates get hurt.
I mean, I was just trying to protect my teammate, and he was doing his job. So it's not like I'm in an authoritative position. Like, I'm 4 years in the league. I'm not 8 years in the league. So I was just trying to help one of my teammates out.
It's your first professional practice. You don't know what to expect. But I felt his energy was great. I mean, you've seen the physicality in him, which I doubt anyone questioning that.
New guy on the team, rookie, you want to show the NFL that you belong. So this kind of stuff is going to happen now. But I think overall, I love him. I love physical safeties.
Believe it or not, there's still other things going on besides Packers camp, including baseball. The Brewers had a chance to win back-to-back games for the first time in 2 weeks. Crew and the Cubs from Miller Park. Last night's win was a run-one game. That's foreshadowing for tonight. Bottom of the first, picking up Ryan Braun. Lays a licking on this pitch. Finds a gap in left. Eric Thames is on his horse. Gets waved around from third. No throw from the Cubbies. So Thames will score. Brewers go up 1-0. The score stayed that way until the 7th. Chris Bryant coming through in the clutch with a 2-out 0-2 pitch. John Jay comes to the plate and ties the game at uno. And just moments ago, on the top of the 11th, Jason Hayward hit a solo home run. And that spoiled the party late. The Cubs win 2-1. They're a game and a half up now in the standings. That does it for your look at sports tonight. On Sunday Sports Rewind tomorrow, we'll have a brand new edition of Cheese and Packers, covering all the hot topics from training camps. We hope to see you then.
Thank you, Chris. Well, up next, we'll take a final look at the weather for the rest of your weekend. You're watching NBC 26 live at 10. Stay with us. We're going to wrap up your night with some cuteness. A baby otter pup is on display at the Columbus Zoo in Ohio. Meet 2-month-old Triton, an Asian small-clawed otter. Check him out as he gets diving lessons from his mom, and zookeepers say he's a strong swimmer. Hopefully we can see him swimming there. So cute. His dad, Oscar, is a little protective and hesitant to let his son do things on his own. After a day of swimming and playing, the family retreats to their den to relax.
That's not swimming lessons. I remember swimming lessons where you like have to dip it. That mom was dragging her kid in the water and just threw him in there. He's going to be scared for
Or my older brother who just threw me in the water or just pushed me in the water, and he was like, okay, try to do it.
Your older brother has tendencies of an otter.
There you go, tendencies of an otter.
Tomorrow you're going to want to get in the water, though.
All right.
You'll want to get dragged in the water because
like
it's just going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful out, definitely more muggy. And it will be warmer as far as temperatures go. If you're heading out to EAA, looks fantastic for that. The final day, hard to believe, that week has already wrapped up. Looking to the week ahead, overall fairly dry over the next few days, warmer, more muggy, and then we'll get some storm chances in here Wednesday with rain continuing possibly into Thursday. It does look much cooler, and you'll notice Saturday is on the 7-day now, and that is a big night for us and the Packers, family night. And right now, the weather looks good.
That's good to hear.
We'll see. It's still far up.
It's Packers night. Exciting times. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. Hope you have a great night and see you back here tomorrow, same time.